Your Worship, members of Council, residents of Esquimalt, my name's Graham Hill and I'm a neighbour. I came largely to listen with no intention of speaking, but Your Worship, I do want to say thank you to hosting these events, for the quality of their leadership, and for the community to come out and with some courage say their thoughts. I think it is true, as a person who has held some public hearings, that sometimes public hearings are a challenge. And especially when they deal with events like land use, official community plan 2805 to make it legal now, and to hold events that draw public criticism. I need to say something, if I may, Your Worship, that discloses a bit of who I am, and that is I'm an advocate for the Capital Regional District in so many things which they do. And what we have heard here is the CRD name used quite frequently in a way that embraces all of what it does. There is a great deal that happens at that table in those services. There is a great deal of good work that gets done on behalf of us all. And so I would hate that to be this situation to reflect and do harm to the good things that happen, from source control to parks to all of those good things. Coming back to your bylaw, one of the challenges for me has been that the issue of Dockside Green has been diminished greatly by the necessity to have downstream processing services that allow it to function. If there were a network, you would have distributed risk. In the event that this procedure goes ahead, this process goes ahead, you will have largely a single point of failure. My ask of yourselves as you consider this bylaw is to test your risk exposure in terms of catastrophic failure and the joint and several responsibilities that you have as a council to your community. Do you have sufficient protection to assure a controlled management of risk? Is that in place? What we have here is a large single point, witness Halifax, and that should you have, and in those days the DFO arguments were not in place. Now you do have them. Do you have those capacities and that advice that so protects your community in a way of mitigating harm? Outside of all of those things, there is another court at which much of this debate will go on, and I would like to thank you again on behalf of a neighbour for conducting these meetings. Thank you.
Thank you.